That's a bighorn sheep in front of me. I've never seen these animals up here. And he's close. I just didn't even know he was there. And he's totally unafraid of me. But he's close enough. I'm a little uncertain as to whether or not I should be chilling here. But I've never seen bighorn sheep in the canyon behind our house. Seen plenty of deer. Oh, there's another one. I'm just gonna chill. Because they are very close. But they don't seem skittish. They seem very, almost tame. He's gonna come out here by this other one. I'm gonna get a little higher so I can see him. Wow. How awesome is that? I have never seen these guys up here. Hi! One of them had really big balls. I could see that. I was close enough to know that one of them's definitely a male. And those horns look sharp enough that I don't want to mess with them. They're beautiful, though. Yeah, this is bizarre. In the 20 years we've lived here, never seen them through binoculars. Hi, buddy. There you go. Give me a grin. His other buddy's right up there, up and to the left. One right there. And one right there. They're probably 100 feet, 75 feet from me. And we're just chilling, huh? Yeah, you sure are pretty. Mm. Hi. Hi. It's good to see you. Yeah, they're practically tame. I don't know why they're so calm around me. I mean, maybe it's because they know they could kick my ass. Huh, pretty boy? Bye. So that one's a boy. If I get a little closer, we can tell if they're both boys, but I probably shouldn't do that. Don't want them to think I'm chasing them. My ram friends. We're friends, right? Just making sure. I'm down with your tribe. And they seem pretty down with my tribe, too. I'm wondering if there's any more. It's just the two of them, or if all their buddies are right around the corner here. Bye, Ram. Oh, there's three. Yep, there's a third one. Yep. Yep, there's a third one there. Where'd they go? There they are. Any more? Oh. Oh, that one's butting the grass. Where is it? He's butting the grass, this one right here. He's headbutting something in the grass. I'm gonna just turn off the camera. That way I can be with them instead of looking through the camera. This one's headbutting the grass though, it's too cute. Where'd they go? This one, he's in the shadow so it's hard to see, but he's over there headbutting the grass. Something. Maybe they're young. Don't look too young, they seem pretty full grown. Take me to your leader. That's so crazy, they kind of snuck up on me. I didn't notice the one until I was within 50 feet of him, and he was in the valley right in front of me. And then the other one came over my shoulder. And here's the third one up here. I'm wondering if there's any more creeping around here somewhere. And I'm amazed at how friendly they are. They're not spooked, and they're not aggressive. They're just chilling. He's even wagging his tail at me. Huh, ram-lam-a-ding-dongs. I came up here to document the plasma fires and I had my memory filled up, but I emptied it out real quick because I can document plasma fires anytime. I see those all the time. I have never seen rams in my canyon before. And I've never seen them be so chill. You would think they would either run away or charge me. But they don't. They're very chill. Maybe they're escaped farm animals. I don't know if those are even legal to farm. Had to turn around and see if one's creeping up behind me. I thought I heard another one. Okay, well, I'm going to put the camera away and chill. It looks like they're going away anyway. Alright, since I came up to examine the plasma fires, let's get to business. You can see how this burned highly on this side and 0 on this side. And all the unburnt leaves everywhere on the ground. And this is right where the rams were. The rams were right here. I'm still in the same spot. So you can see another example right here. Highly burnt in here, unburnt on top. And this whole stump right here used to be wood that's now missing, and we still have completely unburned here and then highly burned here. So it burned out the complete inside of this sagebrush that was growing out from right here. That's just some bark, but it still burns kind of weird. That's the end of the stick, highly burnt, unburnt, highly burnt, unburnt. And another good example of how this little circle is burned a lot blacker than everything around it, because the electricity follows the fibers to the densest point and it is attracted to the more dense material. So just let it suffice to say that that was, in fact, a plasma fire that happened the other day. Here's the other sign. Not the other day, a couple months ago. See all these chips of rock on the ground right here? They came from this rock right here. It's the electromagnetic frequencies that break the rock up like this. And why there are missing pieces like this right here. See if it'll focus. It's the vibratory frequency that literally rattles the rock apart. See this part right here, if it'll focus? This part was stuck right there. You can see the perfect match on the upper right edge. There you go. And then along comes the microwave vibratory frequencies up through the ground and whoosh, starts breaking the rock apart. All these chips, these, all along here. That one, these are all loose fragments of rock that just broke off of this larger boulder face. Here's some more examples. You can see how it's unburned on the top side here. Completely unburned. I just did that because this one's the same way, so you can see it's burned on the top side. If I can get my footing. Sorry, unburned on the top side. Completely burned on the bottom side. The reason I broke it off like that on the other one is because the lighting doesn't work with me very well. So, it's about all the proof we need. That's a wrap. And then we have more examples like this. You see this piece of missing rock? Is this piece right here that I just picked up from the ground. That used to be right there. Perfect fit. Right? If it focuses, that would be sweet. Let's get him. There we go. Perfect fit. Large piece of rock. Just for size reference. Pretty large piece of the rock that broke away. And immediately most people would say, well, the heat causes stress, like things expand when they get hot and they contract when they get cold. There is no fuel right here to cause the heat. All the black scorching on this rock is all from microwave. Here's another piece that broke away. There's another piece that broke away. The whole rock used to be this color until the electromagnetic frequencies of the microwave fire that did this. You can see the unburn right here. That's the bark right there, but you can see how it hollowed out the inside of the tree here, if it would focus. There we go. Hollowed out the inside of the tree. Left the unburned line going right up the tree. And I was going to show you how it's pretty much hollowed out going up in there too. And then it's unburned here, but burnt out on the inside. The burn line goes right here. All the way down. So yeah, this was definitely an EMF fire. Let's go see if we can find some more cool stuff like shattered rocks. Because that one is pretty cool. I think I might even save that piece. Maybe, maybe not. I've got more pieces at home that are pretty much the same thing. But that right there is a perfect example of the difference between a forest fire and a microwave fire. The microwaves rattle the rocks apart. There, here. You can see this rock, how scorched and black it is on top, but not here. Fire would have scorched it black evenly. The microwave effect centers the heat and the energy in very specific points. Likewise here, this rock, you can see the line right here between burned and unburned. Burned over here, unburned over here. Fire would not do that. Only microwave energy does that. Or plasma fires. There we go. I've got rocks at home that are just like this that I'll make a demonstration of that have both the effects of shattering apart, breaking apart, and scorching and blackening in uneven patterns. But instead of telling you about the ones I got at home, just document a couple more of these. See how black it is right here, but nothing here? Likewise with these rocks. This one's super black, that one's super black, that one, and this one only on the tip. Something right here burns super hot, but not evenly, scorching the rocks all the way around as fire would. Fire would blacken this part of the rock as well as this part of the rock evenly with this part of the rock. Likewise here. Light's not working too well with me, but this part's just blackened a lot more than that part. Right here also. I don't think the light's working with me very well, but there's a black area right here. Little isolated black areas don't happen with fire. Only with microwave energy that creates the fire. Those electromagnetic frequencies center the energy in certain spots. I don't feel I need to go over too much more of this, but there you can see it's burnt on the end more than the top. Right here, another example. Highly burnt here, unburnt here. Here, another example. Highly burnt here, unburnt here. That's electricity coursing through the veins of the wood, not fire eating it down from the outside in. Again, highly burnt, unburnt. So this one gives us a few good examples. These black tips, one here, one here, one here. These very black tips are where the electricity is coming out and it burns. What's that? Sorry, I got distracted by some wildlife. Cruise around the other side here. So you can see the vein of electricity ran up here, leaving it unburnt here, and just burning a strip, leaving it unburnt on both sides. If it was fire, fire starts from the bottom up because the heat goes upward, so the bottom, the underside, would not be unburnt while the top side is burnt. And I know you know this if you've been watching this channel for any time, watch my past videos. So, just kind of started out just documenting this for my own purposes to prove that I could spot it from a mile away, because literally I took a video from my backyard using binoculars saying that I could tell that this was plasma fire from my backyard because of things like this. Before I break my neck. Oh, I better sit down. See how the soil is black beneath the tree here and beneath the trees here? That's because the roots that go down in the soil around the tree draw the energy up from the ground like electrical conductors, like copper wire. But the electricity flows through the branches of the tree and the roots and is attracted to the densest part. That's why all these leaves remain unburned. While this is highly burned here, it happens the same all over. It's very burned right next to some unburned leaves because the wood that burned is dense and the unburned leaves are undense. Whatever that word is. And so I'm just kind of documenting this to prove to myself that I can see it from a mile away. So here's a good example. This one's highly burnt here and unburned here on the backside with all these unburnt leaves all around. Oh, this is where the rams were. So, this is just below that, touching literally. Wow. Okay, so this piece here, I gotta dust off my camera now. This piece is highly burnt amidst all these dry, unburnt leaves everywhere. And you can see this same pattern repeated everywhere. Highly burned here where it took out a great big chunk. Unburned here. See my previous videos for more examples. But yeah, I was just coming up here to be able to show myself that these unburned leaves, they won't be here next year. Next year you won't be able to see the obvious evidence that this wasn't a fire. It'll just look kind of like fire. Here is some interesting sign that once you get used to it, you see it all over. This highly scorched rock in the middle of a bunch of unburnt stuff. Now granted, that rock may have been kicked down by the rams or something from up here and rolled down there. But what else you see is this scorched grass. But one other thing, there you go, you can see the tip of this one is burnt on the inside. Right here, it's scorched underneath there. All this black around in here is all scorched at the base of a bunch of unburnt weeds. That's just like defies all logic and reason. Here's a good example. All these unburnt small pieces of foliage here, leaves, whatever. Right here, this one's burnt on the bottom side, unburnt on the top side. Unburnt on the top, burnt on the bottom. With just a streak of the burn running up the underside. This streak of burn right here, that's a bolt of electricity traveling through it. Meanwhile, at the end, you have all these unburnt leaves. It totally defies all logic and reason. If you understand this to be a fire, as soon as you start looking, using your own brain, your own perception, your own understanding of fire, you don't have to be a fire expert to look at this and go, wait a minute. A fire doesn't burn a strip up the stick. Electricity, that matches electricity. You don't have to be an electrician either to know that this matches the burn pattern of electricity. And all it takes is a couple little sticks like this one I'm looking at here. You don't have to go through the full forest. A couple of sticks, using your own logical, deductive reasoning skills and the experience you've had in life with electricity and fire, and that's all it takes. You're as qualified as anyone else to be able to look at the obvious and call it for what it is. But a lot of people don't believe themselves to be that capable of making their own determination of what it is they're looking at. And they assume if it wasn't just fire, the authorities would have told us so, and you're no authority, so you have no right to think for yourself. It's really bizarre. Really bizarre. So I hereby authorize you to think for yourself. You've been certified by the School of Hogwarts and Jeffside University. And with your newfound expertise and certification, you are hereby deemed capable of understanding that this blackened weeds down here and all around here didn't get blackened from fire on the outside. They got blackened from electricity coming from within. Otherwise, all these weeds, you can even see this one is blackened at the base. Like this particular weed that I've got my finger on. Focus, focus. Maybe, kind of, sort of. There we go. These weeds are literally burnt at the bottom, but still have the full weed left. If that was fire that blackened it down there, it would have followed the weed on up. But only once you become a distinguished fireologist does that occur to you. The fire has completely removed the inside of this branch, burning it down here, and on the inside here, and directly above are all these leaves. So whatever burnt so hot as to reduce this down to ash, directly above it is all these unburnt leaves. Likewise with this. This wood is highly burnt on up into there, and if you keep going straight up, that's a pretty easy no-brainer, pretty easy. The proof is in the plasma. So, let's back up for a second. Whatever burned this wood, if it was flame, would have burned all these unburned leaves and the whole tree. Likewise with all the rest of these. Yep, the proof is in the plasma pudding. You see the burn line running straight down that? Burned on the right, unburned on the left. Same thing here. Burned on the right, unburned on the left. See how unburned it is right here compared to right here? Let's just flip this bad boy over. See all the pits that it took out of it right here? All along here and here and here. And then just right over here it's unburned. So you have a line going down it right there. And on this side it's completely unburned. I swear, even the camera's trying to make a liar of me. You know. You know. Proof is in the plasma. So we got shadows messing with us too here, but bottom line is you can see the line going down and how highly burnt it is on this side. And how it's literally burned 3/4 of the way through that whole log on that side. And leave some of the wood completely unburned, like here. Then you roll it on over, and you got some fresh right here.